Hi guys, we are Ron and Elliot, and we will be doing a nice Premier League predictions on the
Yep.
table and in these fixtures
Mhm.
coming up. So let's get started. Who have Arsenal got? Arsenal have got Southampton and top of the league on 70 points. How do you think that's going to go?
Arsenal have got Southampton.
We got Southampton.
Southampton aren't in the Premier League.
That's in the FA Cup. It's FA Cup week, man.
Right. Okay. FA Cup week. Let's go on to the FA Cup week. Who have Arsenal got?
They've got Southampton.
They've got Southampton.
I think they're going to do quite well against them. I think it's going to be a Gyökeres goal, and I think you know what? I think there's a goal in for Eze.
Yep.
Two goals for Eze and Gyökeres, and you know what? I'm gonna put Vice in there. Just I know he's more like a box to box person,
Yep.
but I feel like he's going to put a good shift in and possibly get a good goal in.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I think that Gyökeres will do well. Um. I'm looking at the minute at the win probabilities. Arsenal have got a 75% chance of winning. Southampton just a 9.2. Do you think it's going to go Arsenal's way?
Um, I do, and apparently, looking at my app, loads and loads of people have put their predictions and bets on, and 82% of people think Arsenal will win. 3% think it's a draw, and 15% think it's Southampton. I definitely think it's going to go Arsenal's way.
Yeah.
So I think they can show that quality, not just in the Premier League, but in the FA Cup as well.
Yep. All right. On to the next one. Chelsea Port Vale.
Chelsea put. I think Chelsea should win that, and I think if
Now,
they lose, that is
I
very
I am
embarrassing.
I'm quite impressed actually with Port Vale getting this far, winning against Sunderland, Premier League
What
team.
stage is this one? What stage is this now?
This is the quarterfinals.
What finals? Oh, well done, Port Vale.
Now the win probability here, 88% for Chelsea, 3.4 for Port Vale. Now, like we saw, Macclesfield versus Crystal Palace, Port Vale could pull something out of the bag, but
We will see.
we will see on Saturday, April 4th on Saturday at
Quarter past five.
5:15. All right.
Looking at the predictions here,
Yep.
um, again more votes from people. 77% think Chelsea will win, but 20, a much higher percent chance in Southampton versus Arsenal. 20% of people
Yep.
think Port Vale are going to beat Chelsea. So will they pull that wonder bag
They might.
out? We will see. We will
All
see.
right. Next one, Man City Liverpool.
Oh,
The biggest
yeah, this
game.
is where we.
Biggest
This is
game.
where. This is yeah. I definitely agree with that. I think it's going to be very very close. I do
12:45 on
think.
Saturday, the 4th of April.
I do think Man City going to nick it.
I think
Like I did.
as a Liverpool fan, I do think that Manchester City are going to nick it. Man
I,
City have got the 53% chance of winning. Liverpool just 23.
that is very very close. That is.
I think that Man City Man City will try and get as far as they can, but obviously they did just win a very important trophy. Was it the Carabao Cup against Arsenal?
Carabao Cup, yes, yes, yes.
Which they might be taking a bit of inspiration from that, putting it into their game against Liverpool in the quarterfinal
I
of the FA Cup.
I totally agree with that. I think if they can beat Liverpool, I'm not saying bad about Liverpool because I know they've got the quality of players, and they know how to play football very
Yep.
very nicely. As much as I don't like them, but I do think that City, if City play the way they did against Arsenal and make them look a shambles, then I think City are going to run away with this. I can't lie.
You are a Manchester United fan as well, aren't you, Elliot?
I am.
So it's difficult who you're going to want to support here, but hey, it'll go the way it
Uh,
goes. It'll go the way it
I'm a
goes.
mutual. I can be a mutual.
You can be a neutral, yeah. Right,
Okay.
the next one, West
Go on.
Ham versus Leeds United.
Who was the first team there, sorry?
West Ham.
West Ham versus Leeds. Oh, that's another close one.
This is
That is a
gonna this
very
is going
close
to be
one.
very very close. I reckon this could
Look,
be a extra time match.
looking at the league table, West Ham are sitting at 18th and Leeds in 15th, but
Yeah,
only a 3 point, no, 4 points between them, which is really, really good, actually, really close.
yeah, yeah.
I think it's going to be really close, personally. I think West Ham can, I think they can nick this. If they really go for it, I think they can beat Leeds, but Leeds have been looking strong
Yeah.
recently. I think there might be a free kick goal by Stats. Another wonder goal, to be honest.
Yep.
But I do think Aronson or James might nick them. It can go both ways, if I'm honest. See, if I'm looking at my scores, the predictions, if 62% of people think West Ham will win, 34% Leeds, 4% draw.
All right. Yeah.
So this is going to be really, really interesting match.
It'll be an interesting match. Looking at the bracket, Chelsea and Port Vale will either play Manchester City or Liverpool, and West Ham and Leeds will either play Arsenal and Southampton.
Okay, okay. So Liverpool or City versus Chelsea or Port Vale.
Sorry, can I take that back? West Ham and Leeds are going to be playing Man City or Liverpool, and Arsenal and Southampton are going to be playing Chelsea and Port Vale.
Okay, okay. See, I'm going to say Chelsea and Arsenal against each other, and I definitely think that Arsenal should take away that. I'm not gonna lie, Chelsea have been doing quite shite in the Premier League. Not very good at all. I mean, they are sitting just below Liverpool by 1 point at sixth, but from their past matches, I'm gonna say they lose this. I can't lie.
Yep.
And then what was the match? Sorry, it was Leeds versus West Ham or Liverpool City.
Yeah, so it'll be Leeds and West Ham versus Liverpool or Manchester City.
Okay. So let's have a look at this match. With West Ham they're not doing too bad.
Mhm.
If I'm being honest, recently they haven't been doing too bad.
Yeah.
I think they can come away with this, but I do think if Leeds come at them the way they have been doing recently, I think they could take this away. But I do think whoever wins out of those two, it will be the end of their journey, no matter what.
I'm quite impressed with the way West Ham have been playing. Obviously, a few game weeks ago, coming off the back of a 5-2 loss against Liverpool, that must have been heartbreaking.
Of course, I'm going to mention that.
But but what was I going to say? West Ham matches. Should we just see their past few matches? See how they've been doing.
The West Ham matches. If I look at their season now,
Results.
West Ham matches. They lost to Aston Villa 2-2. They drew to City. The fact that they drew to City that good,
Yep.
that is really, really good in the Premier League.
Quite
they
impressive.
beat Fulham 1-0.
Yep.
They beat Burton. They drew to United.
Yep.
You know.
Drew
they
to
beat
Bournemouth.
Burnley. They've only just lost to Chelsea by 1. And looking at the FA Cup stats, they only just beat Brentford, to be fair. But Brentford are doing okay in the Premier League.
They've got a couple of interesting coming up fixtures. They've got Wolves, who have actually stepped up in this new year of 2026. Rob Edwards has been doing a very nice job with them.
Yeah. And then after that, they've got Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace started off their season very nicely. I quite enjoyed watching them play. I think at the 6th game they'd won 3 and drew 3, which is quite good.
I think at the end, before they lost, I think they had a 14-game unbeaten streak. I don't know if that's true or not, but I think it was 14. So I do think even in Crystal Palace's standings now, I do think they should win. I do think they should beat West Ham.
And then they've got.
But we will see.
That's away at. What's the Crystal Palace stadium? My mind's gone blank. Selhurst, innit?
Selhurst, yeah.
Yeah. And then they are facing Everton at the West Ham Stadium.
Even though that is at West Ham Stadium, Everton have been doing really well recently. Pickford's been doing really well, especially. And I do think Everton should run away with that, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Should we have a quick look at some transfer news and confirmations that's been happening around the Premier League and some of the other different leagues?
You will have to lead me on that one because I have got no information on that.
Will do. Yeah. So, first one that I have seen. Have you heard of Cone Doherty for Liverpool?
Yes.
Yeah, very talented young man. He's gone to a team called Molde in in Norway for 4 years.
Is that a loan or
That
deal?
is no, it's a deal for 4 years.
For how much?
I don't quite know how much actually. And by the way, just maybe an hour before we've recorded this, De Zerbi has signed a new contract with Tottenham, trying to save Tottenham from near relegation.
Well, they are only how many points it is? 1 point, isn't
It's
it?
one
1
point.
point off
Yeah,
relegation right now.
1 point off
So we will
relegation.
see.
We will. Okay, how do you feel about Griezmann joining Orlando?
I think at this point in his career, I think it's a good choice. I mean, he's been doing really, really well with
Sort of like what
Atletico.
a lot of people have been doing. Messi's done it, Ronaldo's done it, Salah's gonna do it to
Yeah.
uh Saudi or MLS.
I think it is a good choice by him, to be honest. I mean, looking back, you've had loads and loads of good time for Griezmann through France, for Atletico, and even when he went to Barcelona, he had a good time.
Yep.
Looking back, but especially with that Atletico team. But I think at his age and day, I think it is time to call it a day and go to a lower league team.
Yep. All right. We've also got Sterling going to Feyenoord until the end of the season.
I think that's actually a really good deal. I think
Yep.
that gives him time to get back on his feet.
Yep.
Try and find obviously he's not getting much game time at
No, no.
Arsenal because he's got the likes of Martinelli, Madueke, Saka, etc.
Yep.
So I think this just gives him a bit of game time, get him back on his feet, see how he can do, and
Obviously,
also see how he can compete.
yep. He was a very, 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 very good player when it back then. He was very pacey, good at dribbling, and his shooting and cutting inside was quite impressive as well.
Oh, I couldn't agree more, personally.
Yep.
I couldn't agree more. I definitely think he was one of the... When he was at City, he was unbelievable, in my opinion. Like, when he had that KDB and even Aguero, when he had those two, he was amazing. It was like... Because then he also had competition with, Sane.
Yeah.
I think that made him step up his game a lot, and I think that helps him to
I
become the
agree. Yeah.
player he is today.
Yeah. All right
Anything
then. Let me just have a quick look if there's any more big transfers.
Okay.
Right. I think. Oh, Disasi for Chelsea. West Ham have signed him.
Oh, looking at West Ham's line of defence, I think that could be a good, sign because Dasasi's
Yeah.
he's not getting much game time at all, to be honest.
Yeah.
Um, so I think that'd be really, really good for him, especially with the likes, well, next to him being like Defoof, Kilman. I think he could get a good. I think he'd get on well with Kilman.
Yeah.
Give him a bit more game time anyway. Yeah, I think he's gonna get on well,
Yeah.
especially with Jean Claire Todibo. He's also
Yeah.
French, so they might have a really good partnership there. But so we
Um.
will see how he does.
For Wolves, they maybe last month or the month before they've completed the signings of Gomez and Armstrong. They've made a big difference in their sorry, they've made a big difference in the Wolves' career towards this the second half of the season.
I couldn't agree more. Like Wolves, I can't lie, that
They
much.
were horrible, yeah.
But coming up now, I think they're actually doing okay. They are doing a lot better. You can see a difference when watching them. If of those who don't remember, was it a 2-1 loss? No, 2-1 win to Wolves against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Very
that just
impressive.
shows.
A draw against Man United. What
I,
did
I think that shows good development now.
yeah. A win against Aston Villa. Very big win.
Mm.
We've also got Jeremy Jackett joining Liverpool for 60 million, who can become like Van Dijk.
Jeremy Jackett.
Yeah, he's a very unknown player. He's from the first division of French football. I think he's come from Reims. Let me just have a
Okay.
quick look. And he saw
Jeremy
Liverpool have signed him for
60 million.
60 million. because Liverpool.
Jeremy Jacquet.
Yeah, from Stade Reims.
Man, yeah, yeah, okay. Yeah, he's 20. I think he has got a lot of potential in that,
Yeah,
and I do think from Liverpool's academy he can develop really, really well from that. Um,
I agree. Yeah.
he has. He's not in the top 10 for most things, if I'm being honest, but he is at Liverpool now, so we will see how he develops
Yep.
throughout. Yeah.
Yep. All right. Everton have signed Tyreek George. I don't know if you've ever heard
I,
of him from Chelsea
yeah, I think that's a really good
on a
sign.
loan
I
deal.
mean, on a loan, I think that's a really good deal. Give George some game time because honestly, at Chelsea, he's not getting much at all
No, no.
for the likes of like the big players, well, the well-known players anyway. Can't really say big of how they're doing right now.
Yeah.
Um, but I think that's a really good sign. And Everton have got a really, really good development team,
Yeah.
and I think they can really help him get to his best.
All right. And one more thing. Ch- uh, there's rumours going on that people are saying that Chelsea to Strasbourg transfer deals are bad for football. Um,
Hmm.
there's been a lot of complaints because well, obviously Liam, I can't pronounce his last name. Liam
Delap.
Rosinio,
Oh, wasn't it? Yeah.
yeah, signed for Chelsea, and that must have came of a lot of frustration and annoyance of Strasbourg
Yeah.
because
I
he's a
mean,
very nice manager, and I can also say about how Strasbourg and Chelsea are obviously owned by the same people, and it was the owners who made that decision.
mm,
But maybe sometimes the players, the fans won't be happy about this because it might feel like that Chelsea is you could say the father of Strasbourg, but
yeah.
really in my opinion they're completely the same clubs owned by the same people.
Mm. I agree personally,
Yep,
man.
yep. Right. Shall we should we do some predictions?
Yeah, let's get some predictions.
All right. Let me just switching my screen.
Premier League predictions in the table, missus.
Yeah. Right.
Okay.
So, the first match for obviously game week 32. What do you think that the West Ham versus Wolverhampton Wanderers score will be? West Ham are at home.
West Ham at home. Oh, I think it's gonna be. Although the Wolves have got the development now with the two new players,
Yep.
I do still think that Wolves. I mean, the West Ham can still beat them, and I think it's gonna be close. I think it's gonna be 2-1 to West Ham.
2-1 West Ham.
Hmm.
Not 21. 2-1. Arsenal versus Bournemouth. Arsenal are at home at 12:30 on Saturday.
I think losing Semenyo for Bournemouth was a really, really big thing.
Yep.
But they're still
He was a
doing
very
okay. They're
good controlling player.
still okay.
Yep.
They're 13th in the table. Currently, they've had 5 draws in a row.
Yep.
So they can get 42 points. I
Yeah.
think if they can get a win, it'll be a big surprise and also help City in the
Mhm.
Premier League battle. But
I
I
think
think
I would say 1-0 or 2-1 Arsenal personally.
I'm gonna say two. You know what? I'm gonna say 2-1. I'm gonna say 2-1.
2-1 Arsenal, yeah.
Mhm.
All right. Brentford Everton. Brentford at home. 3 o'clock on Saturday the 11th.
I'm gonna say Everton win that.
Everton win.
From the form that Everton are on, I think Everton are gonna win that. Being eighth, I mean they are behind Brentford
Yeah.
by.
Yeah.
But no, they are on the same. They are on the same. It's just a 7 goal
I think
difference.
it'll be quite a close score, but
Yeah.
I would personally say maybe 1-0 Everton.
I'm gonna say 2. And you know what? I'm in the fact of 2-1. Let's say 2-1 Everton,
2-1
or
Everton,
maybe
yeah.
3-1.
All right.
2-1 or 3-1.
Burnley versus Brighton. Burnley at home at 3 o'clock on Saturday the 11th. Currently, Brighton sit at 10th. Burnley sit at
Yeah.
19th. Burnley 20 points. Brighton and Hove Albion 43.
I do think Brighton can run away with this. To be honest, with 4 wins out of their last 5, and Burnley not having a single one, having 3 out of their 5 losses and 2 being a draw.
I'm gonna go.
I do
I would
think
go 3-1 Brighton.
I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna step up and say 3-0 Brighton.
3-0 Brighton.
I'm gonna say 3-0, but I'm feeling very confident about that.
Yep. All right. Liverpool versus Fulham. Liverpool at home, 5:30 on Saturday the 11th.
So you can't judge this now, can you?
No.
Because after last time, what was the score again, Ron?
3-2-2.
It's 2-2.
Yeah.
Okay, but after, I'm gonna say it's gonna be another draw. I'm gonna say another 2-2.
Another 2-2.
Another 2-2. Although, yeah, I'm gonna say another 2-2. I'm gonna say another 2-2.
Yep. All right. So we've got Sunderland versus Tottenham now. Now I can't remember what the score was the last time they played, but I think Sunderland won. Let me have a look.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. With Sunderland sitting at 11 on 43 points and Tottenham on 30 at 17th, being 1 point off relegation, I think Sunderland should win this, to be honest.
It was
From the
1-1.
form they're
It was
on.
1-1 at the 4th of January when they played.
Yeah, I think Sunderland should win this.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna say 2-0 from the form that Tottenham are on, because they're also gonna have to adapt to a new manager.
Yep. What? Sorry, what did you say?
2-0 to Sunderland.
2-0 Sunderland. All right. We've got Crystal Palace versus Newcastle. Crystal Palace at home.
Ooh, okay. I think that's gonna be quite a close game, to be honest.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be as easy as everyone expects it to be for Newcastle. With only a 3 point gap.
Yeah.
Crystal Palace having won 2 out of their last 5, 2 losses and 1 draw.
Yeah.
Newcastle having 2 wins and 3 losses. With Crystal Palace having the momentum right now and being unbeaten for 2 games.
Yep.
I think that could help them a bit. But I do think that Newcastle might edge it 1-0.
We do need to also present how Newcastle sit on 12th with 12 wins, 6 draws, 13 losses. Crystal Palace sitting on just 10 wins, 9 draws, and 11 losses.
Yeah.
1-0 Newcastle.
I am going to say 1-0 Newcastle.
All right. Nottingham Forest versus Aston Villa. Nottingham Forest at home.
We're not on Forest at home, but having won 1 out of their last 5 games, I think that does put them in a bad position. Versus Aston Villa sitting at 4th. Again, that's quite shocking actually. They've won 1 game out of 5 with 3 losses.
Yeah.
That's really bad for Villa from where they are.
Mhm.
But I think from the quality of the teams that they both hold, I do think Aston Villa should win.
I would say 1-0, maybe 2-1 Villa.
I'm gonna say 2-1, yeah.
Yeah. All right then. Biggest match of the game week: Chelsea versus Manchester City. Chelsea at home.
Chelsea, I do.
I think Man City
no.
will run away with this. Man City need to win every single one of their games if they want to have a chance of trying to win the league.
I do think I totally agree with you, to be honest. I do think City are gonna run away with this, definitely. With Chelsea being on terrible form right now, losing 2 games in a row, and Man City being unbeaten in 5 games. From what I can see here, I definitely think City have a really good chance of just. I think it's going to be 3-0 City, if I'm honest.
3-0. Blimey, that's a big score. All right. Now the last but not least, that match: Manchester United at home versus Leeds.
I do. Even though it was 1-1 last time we played Leeds,
Yep.
I do think from the form United are on right now.
1-2-0 Man United, I'd say.
I'm gonna say 2-0. I'm gonna put faith in Sesko.
All right, I can click the calculate button now. Calculate.
Okay.
So, at the minute, Arsenal stand first. 6-3, 9 points clear from Manchester City
That's what they're both on already now.
with 73 points. Yep. Man City second with 64 points.
Yeah.
Manchester United 58 points at third, so 6
on.
points away from second. Aston Villa fourth with 57 points, close between third and fourth.
Mhm.
Fifth, Liverpool with 50 points.
50.
Yep.
You drew. Oh, I told you it'd be a draw. I told you.
Everton with 49 points.
It's gonna be quite close there.
Yeah. Chelsea with 48 points.
That's what I'm on about now. Yeah.
Now they're the top 7, and the bottom you've predicted Wolves 20th, Burnley 19th, and Tottenham 18th. Leeds move up.
Leeds move up.
Yeah, you've no, not Leeds. Sorry, West
West
Ham.
Ham.
Yep,
I predicted that. Yeah.
yeah. All right.
I do. I think at the end of the season, I do strongly believe that Tottenham will get. I think it depends on these last game weeks on how West Ham, if they can, you know, develop, well, to show their development as they have been doing. I
Yeah.
think they have a strong chance of getting out of this relegation and putting Tottenham in it. But we will see how Tottenham adapt to their new manager.
All right. Now we've got some big Champions League quarter-final matches here. Sporting versus Arsenal in the first. Sporting versus Arsenal. What do you think on aggregate and the two scores would be?
Oh, I think it's getting a lot closer than what people are going to make this out to be. Although Arsenal in really, really good form right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah.
If you didn't see that Bodo Glimt versus Sporting final, we know the type of things that Sporting are capable.
Yep.
Being winning 5-0 in just one game, making it on aggregate of that's 5-3 winners.
Yeah.
I think they have a better chance than people think it'll be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Arsenal do win. But I'm gonna only say it's 3-2 on aggregate to Arsenal.
3-2 on aggregate. All right. Do you want to ask me now? Real Madrid versus Bayern Munich.
Go on, Ron.
All right. So
Ron's gonna make the Bayern.
I think they're both world-class teams, and they've both won the Champions League quite a few times in the past. Real Madrid have got some very good top world-class players. Valverde, Mbappe, Courtois. So have Bayern Munich, Musiala, Harry Kane. They've got really good defence as well. Kimmich, Upamecano. I think that this will be very very close, but I think that Real Madrid might walk away with this win.
Thinking Real Madrid. You know what, Ron? I'm actually gonna disagree with you there.
Right, okay.
Although Real Madrid are doing okay, they've got a good few players on form right now, as you said, like Valverde and Courtois.
Yeah.
And Mbappe coming back from injury is going to help their chances. Bayern Munich have been really, really strong this season, both in the league and the Champions League.
Been solid,
With
yeah.
people like Elise, Diaz, and Kane absolutely dominating these defences.
Yep.
Those front three. So I'm going to actually say that Bayern win.
I think on aggregate, personally, I think it'll be 3-1 Real Madrid on aggregate.
3-1. I'm going to say. See, I know Real Madrid are going to have a remontada though. They're going to have a remontada moment.
Right.
But I'm going to say Bayern do come across, but it's going to be a 5-4 on aggregate win to Bayern.
Okay. Barcelona versus Atletico Madrid.
Go on, you can give us this one.
Look, I think we can both agree it'll probably be Barcelona here. Atletico Madrid have got some good talent in their team. Who've they got?
They've got Simeone.
Right, yeah.
Lookman, who's been really, really good on form.
Lookman, yeah. He's just joined them.
And Alvarez.
Julian Alvarez, yeah. He's a very, very nice player on the ball. Barcelona, I think, will win. I'm going to say 4-1 on aggregate, maybe 5.
I wouldn't say about that much. I'm actually going to say 4-2 to Barcelona on aggregate. I do agree with you there. Although I'm not going to put down Atletico Madrid's form. They have been really, really good this season.
Yeah. I think that the first match... Obviously, I'm going to stick with my 4-1 aggregate. I think the first match will be 2-0. 2-0 Barcelona. Second, 2-1 Barcelona. Alright, now a bigger game. Paris, Liverpool. Well, PSG, Liverpool.
Do you want me to do this one, Ron, or you?
We'll both do it.
Okay. I think this is going to be a really, really tight game. As
Very
we
tight.
saw last year in the Champions League. Well, that was the quarterfinals as well, wasn't it?
Yep, went to pens.
Semis. Yep, thought so. But I think it's going to be a really, really close game.
Very close.
I do think, though, on the form PSG are on, I do think they are going to nick it again, with Liverpool being on bad form and then being on okay form.
I think that Liverpool have been in a quite a nice form in, well, not nice, but quite a better form in the Champions League than they are being in the Premier League at the minute. I think that
I totally agree with that.
I personally think that PSG will take away with this one. I think the first match will be 1-0 Paris, second maybe 1 or 2-0 Paris. I don't think Liverpool will
And
get one.
I'm going to say that Paris win their first match 1-0, but I'm going to say also then the
Maybe
second match
1-1.
ends in 1-1.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, because due to Liverpool's bad form, but used to have been doing good in the Champions League, which I totally agree with. I do think that the loss of Donnarumma will help Liverpool get a bit closer, but I do think PSG's defence will just take it for them.
Yeah. All right. Um, I don't think we've got anything else for this episode.
I don't think so either.
Yeah. All right.
Remember, watch England match tonight. That is on at what time is that again, Ron? 8:30? 8?
Half quarter to 8.
7:45. I think that's a big watch for everyone. I do think
By the time people might actually be seeing this video, it might be after. But
yeah.
come on, England.
Go on, England.
Right. All right. Thank you for watching the first episode. We'll release a new one in a matter of days.
Yes, we will.
All right. Thank you, and see you in a bit.
In a bit, guys.